today we are going to talk about spearmint oil. Spearmint is, and how many times do I say this? But I really love spearmint. Spearmint is one of my, the oils that I use a lot. It's not, I mean, it's obviously related to peppermint, but it's not as strong as peppermint, but you can use it for a lot of the same things. And so it is just a great oil. And so my goal today is to convince you all what a great oil it is and have you know how to use it in case you've got it and don't know how to use it. There. So I don't know. I do know. I'm quite sure that if I were to see a peppermint plant and a spearmint plant, that I probably couldn't tell the difference. I did see a graphic that was talking about the differences between peppermint and spearmint, but I didn't look at it really close because I did the PowerPoint on the plane yesterday, but then the pictures and everything I had to add after we got here at midnight this time last night. So I didn't spend a lot of extra time. So it is a perennial plant. It grows 11 to 40 inches tall. doTERRA sources it out of India. It flourishes in temperate climates. It's widely used in gums, candies, and dental products for its minty taste and to promote fresh breath. It's been used for centuries for its digestive benefits. It, like I say, it's a milder option than peppermint, so you can use it for a lot of the same uses as peppermint for people that have sensitive skin or for children. In Tamer, then they've got spearmint instead of peppermint in it, and it works great. For my digestive system, it works great. You can use it internally, and so it's great in salads, drinks, and desserts, but also salad dressings and can marinate meat. So it is the oil of confident speech. Spearmint inspires clarity of thought and confident verbal expression. It encourages inner clarity about one's personal convictions and opinions, and then assists individuals in translating that inner clarity into words. That is an important thing. That is a big thing. It promotes confidence in expressing oneself verbally, especially when speaking in front of groups of people. Lots of times before I do our product spotlights, and I just put spearmint on my throat, or if I'm going to be talking to somebody that I want them to understand what I'm saying, then I put spearmint on my throat a lot. I use it quite a bit. Spearmint also assists individuals in becoming emotionally clear about what they want to say and then saying it. In short, spearmint can help individuals access their inner light and convey that light to the world with clarity and confidence. Doesn't that sound like a good help to be able to share the inner light that we all have within us? That is a great thing. So the negative emotions that it addresses are fear of public speaking, being timid, holding back opinions, and inarticulate. The positive properties are confident, articulate, that was supposed to be articulate communication. That makes it make more sense, huh? Clarity and courageous. So peppermint emotionally is just a great oil that I really like. The top properties are, it is anti-inflammatory, digestive, stimulant, carminative, antiseptic, antispasmodic, cephalic, and menagogue. That one, it will help you with your monthly periods. Restorative, antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal. So it's got lots of great properties, and we're going to talk about some of those. The ones that, like cephalic, I'm going to talk about it and tell you what it means, because I was looking at that thinking, now what does that mean? So because of its menthol content that has a relaxing, cooling effect on nerves and muscles, it helps to relax contractions in case of spasms. So it is an effective relief for not when your intestines are having spasms, but also from spasmodic coughs, aches, pulling sensations, and aches in abdominal regions and intestines. So if you're feeling spasms any place, then try spearmint. Think about it. It is a great disinfectant because of its antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. It can help. It's a disinfectant, but it can be a disinfectant for our insides as well as counters and surfaces externally. So if you've got some things that you don't particularly like, then spearmint can help with that. So when you have situations in your stomach where there's kind of starting to be a tear or a hole or kind of a sore in your stomach, then spearmint can help that heal. I can't remember now. Did I say that it speeds wound healing? So I don't think I did, but I think I skipped over that one. But anyway, so it will help heal the insides of our, our inside body functions and different things. When you have something that is very unpleasant that grows on your feet, spearmint can help you treat that. Carminative means that it relaxes the intestines and muscles of the abdominal, I can talk today, I promise, abdominal region, thereby allowing the gases formed in the stomach and the intestines to pass out of the body naturally. So that, by being able to do that, it can be supportive in relief from many health concerns, including uneasiness and restlessness, insomnia, head tensions, when your stomach doesn't feel too good, indigestion, and all things like that. Then because of its carminative properties, it can help. It can relieve stress. It is relaxing. It has a relaxing and cooling effect on the brain, and it removes stress on our cognitive center, and it will help you concentrate. How many of you have stress on your cognitive center? Me. My brain just, when you're getting brain fog and stuff, then that can help with that. It is a stimulant. It will help stimulate the secretion of hormones and the discharge of enzyme, gastric juices, and bile. So it stimulates nerve and brain function and promotes good blood circulation. So that keeps your metabolic activity at a high rate, and that just helps your body to feel better and do better when you've got a high metabolic functioning. And it will stimulate blood circulation, and that is supportive to your immune system and to toxin removal. It is a restorative, so it can restore health and proper functioning to all the body systems, and it will help repair damage done to the body and aids in the recovery from wounds and injuries. It also can be an insecticide, so you can apply it to your skin, and because it's milder than peppermint, you shouldn't have to dilute it, but always be aware you can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil. It can be help you against mosquito bites, so that is a really good thing. It can help you if you have, I think it's called halitosis, bad breath. Just put a drop on your toothbrush before you put your toothpaste on, and it will help you get rid of your bad breath. But you can also put a couple of drops in water and drink it, and that will help. If you have skin eruptions, sores, scars on your face or other places of your skin, then you can apply spearmint, and it will be supportive in that. If you are getting overheated and hot, then you can put spearmint on the back of your neck, and it will help cool you off. it can help you focus. If you want help with your focus, apply it to the back of your neck and under your nose. If you are feeling discouraged and tired, diffuse and apply to the back of your neck. If you have various degrees of head tensions, then diffuse it and apply it to the temples and the back of your neck. And when you're applying it to your temples, then I do it and get it kind of back into my hairline, because that limits the amount of aroma and fumes that gets to my eyes, because it can get a little bit, it's not as strong, and so I won't do that as much as peppermint. But peppermint, when I use it for my head tension, then I definitely put it back in my hairline, still on my temples, but just back among my hairline, and that helps it. With cooking, it is great. It can be added to desserts, drinks, any dish that you want. Start out with just 1 drop, and then you can always add more, but you can't take it out. I'm going to send you my normal handout that I send, and then I'm going to send you a bunch of recipes. And in there, it's got an article that is 10 reasons why you should start using spearmint essential oil. And it's got some great hacks and hints and stuff. It's not for use on babies. There is possible skin sensitivity, but you all know what to do with that. In what I'm going to send you, there are diffuser blends. There is strawberry lemon spearmint water. There's also a link to a lot of recipes. And there's a recipe for eucalyptus and spearmint bath salts that is super yummy. And some essential oil, tangerine and spearmint garbage disposal refresheners. And that is just perfect, since the next oil we're talking about is tangerine. So the handout will have a lot of recipes for you, and it'll be kind of like last week that I'll send you my one really colorful handout and stuff, and then I'll send you a link to a sheet that has a bunch of recipes. So let's talk about tangerine. Tangerine is an oil that I also really like. It's, tangerine and wild orange, and there's another one that's a little bit like it that I'm not thinking about. But so it's definitely related to orange, but it has a different taste, and it has a different aroma. So it has been used throughout history in Chinese culture and herbal health practices. It is with citruses. Then instead of steam distilling it, then they do a cold pressed, and it comes from the rind. The oil comes from the rind, and the rind of the tangerine has a lot of antioxidants. So tangerine oil has a lot of antioxidant properties. But if you get loaded tangerine trees, then they're just gorgeous. And you guys all know what tangerines look like. So that it is the oil of gladness and creativity. Its strong qualities of joyfulness can lift the darkest of moods. Those who feel overburdened by responsibility would benefit from tangerine's uplifting vibration. It encourages a person to be creative and spontaneous. It invites individuals to make room for their creative side and asks that they reinsert fun, joy, and spontaneity into their lives. Sometimes I think with creativity, then we think about art or crafts, but creativity can be in a lot of different ways. Creativity can be in expressing yourself in your journal. Creativity can be in food that you create. Creativity can be in the way you decorate a room. Creativity can come in lots of forms. So don't put yourself in a box and say, oh, I'm not very creative because I can't paint or draw. Creativity comes in a lot of different areas. So the negative emotions that it will address is feeling overburdened by responsibilities, stifled creativity, duty-bound, overworked, heavy-hearted, and joyless. The positive properties, and look at this one has lots more positive properties than it does the negative, which is always good. It can help you feel glad, fun, creative, spontaneous, fulfilled, lighthearted, joyful, and optimistic. And who doesn't want to feel all of those things? So the top properties are it's energizing, uplifting, antioxidant, detoxifier, mucolytic. That's probably not the way you say it. That will help break up any mucus that you have. Antiseptic, antispasmodic, cytophylactic, and depurative. I'm going to tell you and define both of those. Sedative, stomachic, helps you have a healthy stomach, and a tonic. And we're going to talk about those too. So lots of times you can get a staph infection, and it can lots of times turn into something worse that is very dangerous. Tangerine is an oil that you want to use if you are facing that situation. It is antibacterial also, so it can help in a lot of ways that way. So a cytophylactic is something that stimulates the generation of new cells, or more precisely, cell division, and the recycling of cellular material in the body. So this does not only promote general growth within the body, but it also helps to heal or repair the regular wear and tear and outstanding damage done to the body. So I can't remember how often every cell in our body dies off and we get new ones, but it's a lot more frequently than what I thought. And so this helps you generate new healthy cells and helps that be a good process that we want to have ongoing. So an agent that purifies the blood is called depurative. Tangerine essential oil is considered a powerful depurative. It helps in the excretion or removal of toxic and unwanted substances such as uric acid, pollutants, extra salt and water from the body through sweat, urine, and the excretory process. It increases the oxygen retaining capacity of the red blood cells and therefore refreshes and purifies the blood. So tangerine is just so good in so many ways. It is soothing to all types of inflammation and hyperactivity in the organ systems, namely the respiratory, circulatory, digestive, nervous, and excretory systems. So it sedates inflammation if you are overheated and that's being caused by some inflammation, then it will soothe you that way. It is soothing when you have any reasons that causes inflammation, then it will help be soothing that. It is also helps with hypersensitivity to allergies. It sedates depression, anger, and impulsive responses. It is a boost to your digestion. It helps keep your stomach in a good condition by maintaining the proper flow of digestive juices, and maintains the right balance between the acid and the bile so that excess acids are neutralized, and it just helps us keep feeling good. It acts as a tonic, which means it tones up all the functions in the body. It fine-tunes metabolic functions such as decomposition of food and absorption of nutrients by toning up the liver, stomach, and intestines. Doesn't that sound like a good thing for us to do? It also will boost the immune system to protect you from unwanted guests in our body. When your body is tuned and toned up, it will give your body more mileage and make you function healthier and happier over the long term. So some of the uses are, it's great as an antioxidant, immune boost, and cell protection. You can put it in a veggie cap or put it in water. sadness, irritability, and impulsiveness, then you can put it in your hands and, inhale, take some deep breaths. You can apply it under your nose, you can diffuse it, or you can take in water. If you have been, I don't think that this happens commonly in the United States, it might, but there's a lot of countries that you can visit, and your stomach and intestines get some very unpleasant visitors that decide to take up residence. And tangerine is actually really effective in helping you say goodbye to those unwanted residents in your intestines. If you fall into the cycle of overthinking or feeling stuck in any area of your life, then tangerine is the oil that you want to use. Diffuse it or put it across your forehead. Okay, my brain just went blank. So you can diffuse it or inhale from cupped hands or apply under the nose or across the forehead. It is for dry, cracked skin and dandruff. You can apply diluted to the area of concern. If you have a chest or sinuses that are feeling kind of stuffed up, you can use tangerine. You can apply it to the chest area. You can diffuse it. It helps. It boosts your metabolism, and so therefore it helps you in your weight loss goals. If you've got achy, fatigued muscles and limbs, then you can massage it into whatever is being achy. If you have an area where you're feeling a lot of tension, you can massage it into that area and it will help. You can add 2 to 3 drops of the oil to your favorite cake, cookie, or scone recipes. In some of what I'm going to send you, then there will be a link to tangerine scrap. Well, there will be a link, but I think I put the recipe on the recipes for this, for tangerine cranberry scones. And they sound so amazing that I am going to really try to make them, because they do. I read through the recipe and it sounds great. I know I told you that with lemon bars, I love lemon bars. Last week I mentioned that you could put the lime in instead of lemon and you get lime bars. Well, I've got a friend who made tangerine bars, and she said she loved those more than she loves the lemon bars. You can add tangerine to your homemade all-purpose spray, and it will leave your counters fresh and clean, but your house will also smell wonderful. The recipe that will be in with the spearmint handouts for the tangerine spearmint garbage disposal refresheners, they sound really good. You can consider adding 1 or 2 drops to your water to take it internally. I've had a lot of people say that tangerine is their favorite thing to add to their water, more so than lemon or wild orange. It can be used topically to help promote feelings of happiness. And when you need extra sunshine in your life, apply tangerine oil topically to the flex points or on your abdomen. Add it into any kind of beverage. And if you need the uplifting from it, then you can just put it on your hands and inhale it, or you can diffuse it. So it's a citrus oil. So most citrus oils are photosensitive. I found a couple of sources that said tangerine was not phototoxic. It's what they called it. But doTERRA says that it is photosensitive. So I would err on the side of caution, and I would probably not put it out on, not put it all over your face if you're going to go to the beach, like I hope we're going to today. If you're going to be out in the sun, put it someplace that is not going to get a lot of sun exposure. So the other thing I was going to tell you about, I love, and one day it was just kind of on a whim, then I combined tangerine and adaptive to diffuse it. Oh, I cannot tell you how wonderful. I love that combination of adaptive and tangerine. And you've got the uplifting and you've got the calming from the adaptive, and it was fabulous. Within minutes, I had chilled out and calmed down.